So, Space Marines. Well, I gotta say it's surprisingly very good than I expected it to be. At first, I just thought it would be an ordinary third-person shooter with Warhammer 40k lore in it. But no, it was an ordinary third-person shooter with Warhammer 40k lore that worked. And well, the biggest reason is the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay, it's actually pretty well done. It's not a big variety. I mean, they do give you a new weapon or equipment when you need a new weapon or equipment, and they also extend I mean, the jetpack. The jetpacks are really fucking good, but they extended and divided upon the whole game, so you get something to look forward to. And well, it's the thing is surprisingly is that the whole idea was that when you attack them in melee, you were supposed to get health. I mean, if you execute them, that's how you get health. You don't, pick up medkits, so you need to be ruthless to actually. You need to lose health to get health, and well, that's the name of the game. And well, surprisingly, it worked very good. I mean, when you are executing them, you're pretty vulnerable to enemy fire, so it's pretty challenging to actually get something. Of course, I'm just trying that on because I played on the hardest fucking difficulty. So if you just play on easy and medium and say, well, it's not that hard, but play on the hardest. I mean, it's kind of a challenge. I mean, it's not the hardest fucking thing ever, but well, it's better than fucking nothing. And well, back to this. I mean, it worked. I mean, it's not the greatest thing ever, but it actually worked, and it was surprisingly good. To be honest, it's not fantastic. I mean, it's not a big variety or anything, but it worked, and that's good. But well, one of the biggest drawbacks, or one of the only drawbacks, is that it doesn't really have a boss battle in the end. I mean, in the end, what you get is you get to fight like 4 or 5 waves of Chaos Marines, Renegades, and Demons, and you only get one life from doing it, and it's pretty challenging, and it may take a couple of tries. It took me like 2 tries, but whatever the fuck. And when you're done with that, you just get a quick time event that's dragging on for like 3 minutes, and then you crack his head, and then it's end, and that's pretty fucking weak. I mean, it's a big fucking drawback, and it's really destroys the entire fucking. I mean, it's not destroying, but it's a big fucking drawback. It could have been something better. I mean, if they just tried. So yeah, that's the biggest fucking drawback, and well, that's everything there is to the fucking story. Unless you could count in that they actually do a pretty decent job of making you hate the fucking enemy. I mean, a lot of people make it a big fucking deal of, justifying why you hate the fucking enemy. And well, they do make it kind of good, but that's only if the player it still needs to make that say make that thought. I mean, that player needs to pick up the optional parts to do it. But it's there, so I guess it's like 50-50. It's there, so yeah. And another drawback to the gameplay is in the first chapters of the game when you fight the orcs, it's pretty easy to find ammo and grenades everywhere. And well, it's a big, say, well, it destroys the challenge, but you can also say that it's because they want you to just feel entertained and all that shit, because it's a lot of orcs and shit. But well, it's a bit of a drawback. And well, the story is an all-around good story. I mean, near the end, it touches on being a great story, but it also borrows a lot from those other. I mean, it borrows a hell of a lot from the 40k universe. It doesn't really build up anything itself. And well, with that, it ain't nothing. I mean, it's nothing. Nothing really comes to a surprise because they use the same formula. I mean, the same fucking stuff in like every. I mean, the twist is not really a big surprise. I mean, of course, it's a surprise, but it's like, oh well, this shit again. But like I say, it's an all-around good story, even though it's a roller coaster story. The story is not that big. It's not that deployed. I mean, you just get an objective. It's pretty simple. You need to capture a Titan on that planet. It gets invaded by orcs, you're deer. Oh, change the plans. You need to blow up a gun, and then you blow up the gun, and you continue into the Titan. Then you walk around a bit, and then it's some shit happens. I mean, but you still gotta do it. And well, it just follow the fucking line. I mean, like a roller coaster. I mean, it's not a big variety, and it's not really a big, mystery to it either. But it doesn't really say it's bad or anything. Just that it's not that big or deep. And with the characters, well, none of the characters aren't really that developed, or they don't really build up a relationship with the squad either. But it's not like they try either, so you can't really bitch about it. I mean, near the end, one thing happens, and they like, play it out like, oh no, it's so horrible. But then it doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't really feel like it. I mean, they're just trying to make it the way. I mean, they could have just extended that shit a lot more. I mean, if they thought that they really made the character believable and make this relationship with the player and the character, then they would have been there longer. But they wouldn't. They just ran the fuck away anyway, and they never fucking make it up again. I mean, sure, the main character. I mean, yeah, I don't remember his name. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a pretty good character, even though I don't remember his goddamn name. Titus, I know, fuck something with fucking T. But anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, he was pretty okay, but that's only because he was the fucking main character and you played as him. Other than that, no, not really that big characters to be honest. I mean, they're better than nothing, but it's nothing, groundbreaking or nothing. It's above mediocre, I guess, but it's not. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's surprisingly good. I didn't think it was supposed to be this good, even though it's just good. So yeah. Well, now to the biggest drawback of the entire game, and I don't really know how to really come to conclusion with it because it's kind of I don't know how to think about it, and it is that they don't really explain shit about the universe. I mean, the 40K universe. No, they don't explain shit about it. I mean, no, they don't explain shit about it. I mean, I know that. Well, if you already know a lot about the 40K universe, then you will probably think this game is fucking great. And well, it is. It's pretty great for the 40K universe. But if you're not, I mean, if you're new, it doesn't really explain shit. So I don't know how to. I mean, it can be horrible if they don't explain shit about it. It's nearly horrible. But when they, if you already know everything, then it's pretty good. But then again, I don't really know how to come in conclusion with it because then again, it's say Warhammer 40K Space Marines. It's not just Space Marines. I mean, if it was just Space Marines, then of course I would use it against it and say, well, it's a big fucking drawback and it makes the game almost horrible. But it isn't. I mean, it's Warhammer 40K Space Marines, and I don't really know how to do it because I look at other games like have like in the same universe but not with the same story. I mean, with a different and well, you do it. I don't really know how to do it to be honest. I mean, I'm trying to do all the servo skulls and see if they got some information, but it doesn't really seem like they got any information about the fucking universe either. And a big thing that people bitch about, and I don't think a lot of do it, but anyway, it's when you usually just walk around and open doors and well if it's because they're trying to make an atmosphere, then well no, because because for the new players they're still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And if it's for the old players, I mean, those who really know about a lot about Foot King, they already got the fucking atmosphere. They don't even really need anything. And it's not because they want to have a character deployment either, because they don't really talk that much either, and they don't really try, and they don't succeed either, so you can't really blame them or anything. So it's just fucking whining. It's because they fucking love the gameplay, I guess, but it's not a big fucking problem. But anyway, back to this, they don't explain shit. I mean, I'm not gonna go so hard on it, but I'm still gonna think about it. So, yeah, I guess 50-50. So, and then, in conclusion, I say that Space Marines is surprisingly good. Well, that's how it is. It's good. It's a good game. It's a good, solid game. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but it's not something you look up to and say, "Well, wow, this is like the greatest game I ever played." I mean, if you know a lot about Warhammer, then you're gonna probably love it. I'm not sure. I don't know what kind of person you are. I forgot. I don't know. So yeah, maybe you would like it. I mean, it's good. It's a good game. So I mean, in the end, it was tried to be something more, but it doesn't really have that content to actually be that big. Not to say that the content is a thing that say what the game is the quality and the content. And well, the quality was okay, and well, the content was okay. And well, what makes that? Well, good. It's a good game. And bonus, I mean, the multiplayer, it's pretty good as well. Even though it lags a lot, it's good. Warhammer 40k Space Marines. It's a good game.
Then join the forces driving into the demon host, and stop any enemies trying to follow me up the orbital spire.
That shall find us wanting.
Honor and glory, Bloodraven.